Double beving my coffee and my natural ice beverage.
I have.
It's like the worst Four Loko of all time.
I've got a smoothie.
Oh yeah.
I have this.
What's in it, man?
I forgot the word for water for a second. It's water.
I have a mysterious
I've got this
fluid.
liquid. I have neutral liquid.
Well, on that note, welcome to the Q&A. I am joined by Troy Wagner, who plays Jay Merrick and is one of the co-creators of Marble Hornets, Joseph DeLage, who plays Alex Crayley and is also one of the co-creators of Marble Hornets, and veteran long-term fan Lee.
Who's just happy to be here.
Yeah, I've given everyone access to the question sheet. I just figured I like to add one more person to the mega Q&A every year, so at some point I'm gonna need a contact for Tunnel Guy, but we'll get that. We'll get that.
I wonder where Chris is now.
Probably still Tuscaloosa. I'm not sure.
Dead in a
I
tunnel.
thought you were about to say probably still the tunnel.
Yeah, that too. So this is some deep cut lore. So I'm probably not autistic, but I've been getting really into baseball recently, and Troy, I was trying to follow baseball, and there was a baseball player that Troy really liked the name of, Albert Pujols.
Is it Albert Pujols? Yeah.
So the team that I've been following is the Seattle Mariners. They're lovable losers. They have a catcher who this will make you very happy, Troy. His name itself is not that funny, but his nickname is Big Dumper. And
Oh no.
and it's because of his gigantic ass.
Is it really?
Yes, it really is. But he's also really good at hitting baseball good. So I just wanted to share that with you because he just hit another big dump.
Whoa!
Now all I can think of is giant rubber ass.
Yeah.
Perfect.
We need a big dump cam for the rest of the stream. Oh, hell yes. We had this earlier, but this is important for all to see, those just joining us. This is lore and canon accurate. So we have a bunch of questions submitted here by folks. And I want to start with one that Emily just DM'd me from Discord user Corey, who says, which Marble Hornets character, let me get the wording precise here, which Marble Hornets character most deserves to be microwaved?
Put them all in there, man. Actually, no. Jessica's fine.
Everyone but Jessica.
Jessica, yeah. Make him a casserole.
A lasagna,
Delicious.
Maybe?
Wait, you don't make casseroles in the microwave. Never mind. Make him like one of those like frozen like banquet meal things.
Yeah, they have lasagna ones.
Yeah.
You can
Yeah,
give them
like
all
the
their own separate
Salisbury
Salisbury
compartments.
steak.
Yeah.
I have one of those in
Here's-
my freezer right now.
Here's my
Salisbury
question.
steak.
Which Stouffer's meal would every character be? Jay would be the tuna casserole because everyone hates him.
Hold on.
Oh.
I gotta Google some so I have some options here.
You don't know your Stouffer's?
Doing
No,
some
not
research.
off the top
Don't
of
know
my
my
head.
Stouffer's.
I know like 3 of them.
Banquet's where it's at. They're the cheapest ones, so that's what I stick with typically.
Are you gonna tempt me to rank Stouffer's?
Yeah, fuck the Q&A. Let me open up tier
Wow.
list maker.
Would anyone like some Stouffer's creamed chipped beef?
Creamed chips.
Creamed and chipped.
I don't want them. I don't want either of them. Creamed
Tender
or
strips
chipped.
of dried beef in a seasoned cream sauce.
Mm.
Tasty.
I'm not feeling that. Who's that? Who's that one? Marble Hornets wise.
I mean, it does have a very menacing aura around it, so that can be Alex. Alex can be, what was it, creamed chipped beef?
Yeah, perfect.
That tracks.
And Jay,
Reshoot all of Marble Hornets, but call Alex cream chipped beef.
Jay's
everything-
tuna casserole. Tim would probably be the like Salisbury steak meatloaf classic.
I was gonna say
Yeah,
that.
classic guy. Yeah.
Just makes the most sense. Jessica.
Jessica would be like maybe the lasagna, the one that people like in spite of everything.
Despite it all.
Yeah.
That's perfect. I asked this earlier to Jackie, but now that we have the man himself here, this comes from Bucky, and he asks, would Alex be an AI bro or anti-AI?
Ooh. Just because of my aggressively violent stance against AI, I want to say no, but my heart tells me it would be one of those okay, I'm only going to use it for this one thing because I can't do it by myself, and then it would snowball into he's like, actually there's some really exciting things going on in the filmmaking space with AI.
I tend to agree with that. Yeah.
There's this new studio that's ethically sourcing the footage, and I think...
Yeah.
Vegan AI.
I've got a question here from Alec. Silly question for anyone who wants to answer. How many pigeons do you think you could carry at once on an average day?
Pigeons.
Just like bare hands, or...
Mm-hmm.
Two, probably, because I have two hands. Like, am I only using my hands, or?
I think you can get some pockets in
Doesn't
there.
say.
Okay,
Are they alive?
three at the most, because if I have one in my mouth. One, two,
I like the sequence of Joseph asking, "Are they alive?" Followed immediately by Troy saying, "I'll store one in my mouth, regardless." Just.
Yeah.
I mean, if they're not alive, then
not. I can carry a lot.
Yeah.
You can really compact them.
Yeah.
Let's go with alive. How many live pigeons could you transport?
Still three, if I can have one in my mouth.
I think pigeons are bigger than you think they are.
Probably.
I mean, I'll just how you can
I'm bigger than you think I am.
You know how you can scruff cats or puppies? Can you do that to a bird? I'll just put that part of my mouth and hold them. I don't think you can do that to a bird, but that's what I'm gonna do.
I have another one here from Americified in Discord, just because it's very good. Marble Hornets, where everything is the same, but Jay wears his hat backwards. Thoughts? There we go. Little peek into the AU
The
here.
series would be a lot shorter because that is an amateur filmmaker ready to make things happen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He'd be picked up by Discovery Channel in no time.
Yeah.
Making Love Island or whatever they have on Discovery Channel now.
Jay has actual agency if his hat is backwards rather than just following trails.
Oh,
yeah.
It would be so crazy if right before he goes to tail Alex or go into Benedict Hall, he just turns the hat back. He turns the camera.
Yeah, it's oh shit! Oh, it's yeah.
He does that selfie angle to show the audience it's go time. It's real now.
Question from Alex. Where is the birthday clip in entry 37 from?
Oh my god, I don't even remember. Was that
Wasn't
given
it a friend
to
of
us?
yours? Yeah, I think it was given to us.
I think I might actually know the answer to that from a commentary in the past.
That's why you're
Was it
here.
given to us by Kirill?
I think so, yeah. I think
Okay.
if I'm remembering correctly, I think on the commentary for season 2, you had said that he just kind of sent it to you apropos of nothing.
They're just use this. Because the kid's name was Alex, I think.
I don't remember who
like-
gave it to us, but I am fairly certain that it was given to us, so that tracks.
Yeah. Yeah, it wasn't something I just
look
had.
like any of our friends.
Yeah. No, I definitely remember. I think I remember him saying, "Hey, I have a friend who has this video." I don't even think it was a recent video of just their kid whose name was Alex, and he was just you were talking about doing some kind of flashback thing. Why don't you use this? And I think that's where it came from.
That kid is finishing up college,
Oh, for sure.
if not done.
SpongeBob kid that got erased from time and history.
Yeah,
He's also like,
got snapped.
he may have been wiped from Marble Hornets, but presumably still alive and well.
Did someone ever like upload the original version on YouTube somehow?
I
Can you
think
find
so.
it?
I feel like yes. Someone must have it. Because someone re-uploaded that time you accidentally uploaded the like weird 3D animation thing. God, what the fuck was that called?
I forgot about that too. I was just talking to someone today about working on campus at the University of Alabama. And that's where I made that.
The only reason I remember it is because the person who re-uploaded it titled it Marble Hornets Lost Entry. And I just picture someone who has no idea what that is clicking on it and be like, oh, a new video. But see, Lee, this is why we need you here. I feel like every year a question will be asked and Troy and Joseph will be like, I don't fucking remember. It was 10 years ago.
That's why we have you here.
A fact checker.
I do my best.
I have one here from Mandalina, and he asks, what was Jay and Alex's relationship like before and during the filming of Marble Hornets?
I always imagined that
Gay.
they weren't really that close.
Oh.
Like they were, friendly classmates, but not necessarily like super tight or anything. Maybe they were closer before the filming of Marble Hornets, and then probably was like, oh my god, this guy's annoying as fuck.
I feel like we talked about it at one point, but I don't remember what we said. I think it was like they would have been in the same class and they were put in a group project together, and that's how they like started talking maybe.
Okay.
Yeah,
so-
like the kind of Alex would definitely be the guy that like would insert himself into conversations. Maybe it's because I've gotten older and softer, but I kind of feel like there's a more human aspect to Alex than we like to say, because haha, funny, wannabe auteur without any of the artistic skill assigned to it. So I don't think he would be just like absolutely hated in his classes, but he definitely is not getting invited out to like parties or drinks or stuff like that.
Yeah, definitely not.
People are
They'd be like,
groaning.
oh yeah, he's pretty cool. Does anybody have his number? No. Oh well.
Yeah, whatever. No, we'll try next time.
Well, to play on that, this is either from Miri or Myri, and he asks, how close was Jay with the cast members of Alex Crayley's Marble Hornets? Were they friends, or was it purely a student film professionalism thing?
I think he only saw them when they were shooting.
Okay, so
Like he knew Alex, no one else. He was like, when you go to a party with one of your friends, but the friend you went with is the only person you know. It's like that, I think.
Tim and Brian are going to Applebee's. Alex might be invited. Jay's not.
Hey, he just wants to go home.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Alex is only getting invited because Brian would feel awkward
Yeah.
not inviting
Yeah.
him.
Jay-
Brian being the puppy dog, both in and outside of the canon, would definitely be the closest of the group to Alex, just because he's like, oh, nice, man. Yeah, Godfather's awesome.
He humors Alex more than anybody.
Speaking of Brian, just to give a quick fan art update, I have one here. Image.png already exists, so I will make this image 1. That already exists. Image 2.
Key smash.
Man, you got some really good filing.
For all of the actual like Hornetversary stuff, it is all sorted, but this was just sent to me, so I have to download it. Your Honor, in my defense. Sorry, I didn't realize my file naming etiquette would be called into question here.
This interview was over.
Yeah. Fucking bullshit. Unprofessional bullshit.
This is by Snazzy Spectral or Morgan. Classic user, been around since the forum days. I just downloaded it. Where the fuck? There we go. This will be put on stream again later.
Damn.
Going with the Marble
wait.
Swollnets theme.
It's
Yeah.
actually not
Too
that's
terribly far
not-
off.
Buff Brian. in all
He's
his
looking a
glory.
little lean there, honestly.
Yeah, Brian was ripped.
Yeah, he needs some more mass. He was huge.
Yeah,
Bulk 'em up.
those rock climbing muscles. He was-
Yeah.
Ugh.
I think that's a missed opportunity in the entries to not have like Hoodie's hoodie rip open and reveal like a shredded 6-pack and like
Yeah.
No, Hoodie like rips off. He like rips off his shirt, but like the hood part stays in place, and then everything under that is just.
When he falls, spoiler alert, he lands. He's still splayed out dead, but he's like, oh.
And there's like an anime crater around him.
Yeah.
I'm picturing when
Going off the abs.
when Tim reaches into the pocket to pull out the tape. That's when like the thread of the hoodie gets caught, unveiling the shredded ripped underneath.
Yeah.
It goes. It's like a single thread unraveling the entire hoodie, just slowly. Oh.
Lee, do you have any questions lined up? Because if not, I do.
No, go ahead. I accidentally made myself big and I don't know how to fix it.
You just you click yourself again.
Okay, thank God. Okay.
You're just watching yourself this whole time. What if I changed it so that you're just the focus and Troy and Joseph are small? I'll just
Yeah,
ask
I don't
just
like that.
Hey.
This one I like from Valentine. They ask, which character is most likely to eat an onion like an onion? And I assume
I
they
was
mean
literally
like an
just looking
apple.
at that one.
They have to mean like an apple, but I just like the phrase.
Alex, because I fucking love onions and I would
Really?
eat them raw. Yeah.
Just like an apple?
Not like through the layers, but I would peel the layers and just eat them. Like
So I was
that.
gonna say, next Kune, I want you holding an onion and eating it.
Buzzball in
Yeah,
one
Like an
hand,
apple.
onion in
yeah,
the other.
buzzball in one.
Taking bites of both.
I still have to go get some buzzballs. I gotta go to like the convenience store down the street now before we do the next one of these. Yeah, I guess we'll say Alex would eat an onion like an onion.
Yeah.
I did
You guys
see the
have never
question
just gotten a
above.
craving for an onion before?
Can't say
Oh, I love
have.
onions.
I like them on things. Is how I am with pickles. I just can't
I'm
eat
not-
them raw.
Are we talking like just like a Vidalia onion kind of thing?
Yeah, like a white onion. I'm
Just like a
picturing.
white onion?
I like the ones that have bite to them.
The kind of spicy ones.
The sweet ones are fine. Like I like all onions, but no, when I was a kid, I would just go to my grandparents' refrigerator and go into the vegetable crisper drawer and cut out sections of onions and just take those as a snack.
Eat raw
Onion
onion as
slices.
the
Yeah.
okay.
Everyone else on the
I
I
soccer
learned
team.
something today.
Everyone else on the soccer team is eating their orange slices. Joseph is busting out his bag of onion slices. Emily did just message me. I will literally eat a raw purple onion on stream. So we have that to
they're
look
good.
forward to during the mega Q&A.
Forget the buzz balls. We're just gonna eat onions now.
Yeah, get nature's buzz.
I did
Buzzballs.
want to see the question above that one, Kyle.
Shit. Hold on, I tabbed out. Give me a second. My dog keeps.
I'll read it. I'll read it.
Go for it.
It comes from Alec, who I think we've mentioned before. If Marble Hornets characters played a fantasy tabletop role-playing game, what races / creatures would they pick for their characters?
I like that.
Alex would definitely just go plain Jane half-elf fighter.
Yeah.
No, he would be a bard. He would be a bard. But he would insist on writing all of the songs to go.
He would
with the
literally be
spells and stuff.
singing,
Yeah.
Performing poetry.
bringing his own mandolin, because he's got one. His own ukulele.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, hell yeah. That's how, hey, new canon bit here. That's how Tim and Brian were recruited to make the trailer song for Alex Crayley's Marble Hornets. they're his backup band when he plays D&D.
God, that was one of the funniest things. Was getting Tim to play that ukulele for the Alex Crayley's Marble Hornets trailer.
Well, yeah,
Because I was just like, just strum it like you have no idea what you're doing.
ukulele.
He's like, okay.
He does ukulele in season 2 and banjo in season 3. We just need,
Yeah, he's moving up.
if you ever re-release the season 1 DVD, we need someone playing Jay's bass guitar that's seen briefly in his apartment in its case or whatever.
Whose bass guitar was that? Was that Tim's, actually?
Yeah.
Okay, because I was going to say, I have never played a stringed instrument in my entire life.
Well, you better learn, buddy.
Yeah.
You gotta...
Don't forget
If
about
I-
the French horn.
Truth.
Was there...
There's a French horn in Tim's house in season 3.
That would have been my ex-wife's. Thanks for bringing that up. What the fuck?
Oh, sorry.
I was already saying to Jackie next year that their band Sayonara Bap should play live to really lean into the talk show.
We were talking about that when I was in Toronto last week. I was like, we need to have a live.
And I think Joseph on the trumpet.
I don't play trumpet.
My answer is really boring because I think it would be the exact same one that I would pick too. Which would just be like any kind of rogue character is probably what Jay would pick too. I did play through Baldur's Gate 3 though as a bard, and that was really fun.
Jay
just going around like, oh, don't look at me! Don't look at me!
I don't want to be perceived!
Jay and Alex honestly both strike me as the type to play like an Elder Scrolls game and do the like rogue stealth build, rogue stealth elf.
I always did.
Yep, sniper.
Stealth archer.
Yep, there we go.
Yeah, well that's what everyone does. Bucky live asked, who did I romance in Baldur's Gate 3? It was Lae'zel. Sorry, I just saw that.
Bazel.
Because I thought it was really funny that I was a gnome bard. And Lae'zel, I'm just imagining me riding on Lae'zel's shoulders. It's like, yeah, let's go, everybody. And she's like, you beat me up, and I like that. But I'm just like a little wimpy guy with a guitar.
But it's a really good scene if you lose, because like, then she's like, damn, I don't actually want to kill you.
Oh, I didn't realize you could lose. I thought you would just die.
No, she still accepts it. It's very sweet. I got one from Ghost, and they ask that they have 2 questions, which is cheating. I just want to put that out there. It is cheating.
So you will be banned after this.
Yeah, sorry.
But I was curious as to how you all avoided being horrifically attacked by ticks and various insects and such while out in the woods during the filming of Marble Hornets. Did you use bug spray or something else? And then there's a second question unrelated to that.
No.
Troy, would you like to?
How did we avoid?
Yeah,
like
you
what's all
tell
this
them about
avoid?
Your superpower of finding every spider web.
Every spider web with my face. Yes.
Even if I was walking in front of you.
Yeah, and you're like a foot taller than me, so like you'd think you would clear it out with your mass, but you didn't. There would always be spider webs going in my face. I did have ticks multiple times as well.
I avoided it, and thank God. That is like, I've come a long way with like spiders and beetles and creepy crawlies of various sorts, but ticks will always just like make me freak the fuck out.
Yeah.
And I did have some crawling on me at like the chimney area with all the wood chips and stuff.
Yeah.
Looked down one time and there's just a couple of ticks crawling up my pants leg. I'm like, okay, filming done. Goodbye.
I didn't know you were a scared of bugs person.
It's not scared. It turns my stomach so much thinking about ticks, because when I was in 1st grade, I was in Boy Scouts, whatever. We had gone on a camping trip or whatever. And so back at school, and all of a sudden I'm just kind of fiddling around and I feel this bump on my ear, like behind my ear. And I'm like, what the hell is that? And I pull it out, and it was like a size of a dime. It had been there for like days. Pulled it out, it fell on the floor, and I freaked out. And that has stuck with me. So I hate ticks so much. Not a fan.
I've had them in multiple areas that I can't talk about.
Yeah, so the answer to your question, Ghost, is if you are wandering around in the woods in Alabama during the summer when every creepy crawly is active, you don't avoid them. You're in their turf. Deal with it. And no bug spray will save you.
Yeah. I luckily, I guess I have like whatever the genetic thing is where like you are not attractive to mosquitoes, because I'm usually not bothered by them. So
I get destroyed by them.
I never really have to use bug spray, so.
Didn't you get... Oh, sorry.
Go ahead.
I was just going to ask Troy, didn't you get stung on the head once during an entry? I feel like that was either on the commentary.
It's entry 80. Because we were at the school, for that, and we were on the way to shoot that part from Entry 80 where Jay gets his shit rocked, I think is what Joseph always called it. And I took my hat off and did like that and scratched my head and like put it back on. In that time, a wasp flew in my hat somehow, and then when I put it back on, it stung me like right here, like right on top of the head, right there. And that made shooting that scene so much more painful because turns out when you get stung on the top of your head, it's like a terrible migraine for the rest of the day.
Method acting. Method acting.
Yeah, so like I remember distinctly how painful it was after I get shot when I like run into the wall. After that hurt so bad because it would like jostle my head.
Yeah, Jesus.
But I worked through it because I was like, this is the last time I have to be on camera, sort of.
Well, speaking of being on camera, the follow-up, is there anything you can tell us about the spin-off series that is in development? I figured this would be probably better time to talk, if we want to, about any of this stuff before we get into Marble Hornets After Hours.
Well,
yeah, we didn't discuss when we were going to talk about this, but sorry, were you going to say something,
that's
Kyle?
why it said if there is anything, we can do it now or we can put it off later.
No, you guys aren't allowed to talk about it today, actually, at all.
Okay. That's fine.
But actually, I figured this would be perfect. I was waiting to segue halfway through into showing a little something that a Mr. Troy Wagner sent me the other day. And
I wasn't even thinking of that, but that works really well. How about that?
Everyone's going to mute themselves for a second. I'm going to throw this over top of everything. And without further ado, here is special surprise number 2.
Hi, I'm Alex Crayley. I'm a filmmaker and pop culture historian. I've made it my life's work to show the world how important...
Troy sent me the little globe turning into the film reel. I love that so much. It is such a small thing, but something about that, the rotation and everything is so perfect.
Originally, it was just a graphic of the world rotating on its axis, and I sent it to Joseph, and he was like, you should make that also rotate clockwise because that's so stupid.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, yeah. I will be putting that on my YouTube later today, and I'll share it with everyone. So,
Hell yeah.
I guess there's that we can tell you about the new spin-off series that is in development.
Yeah, it's actually been knock on wood, fully shot. It has been shot in its entirety over the past few months. It is in the editing process now.
I'm so
we'll be ready August 27th.
We went absolutely apeshit over the course of a week.
And then went miniature apeshit over the course of like 2 weekends.
Yeah, none of us live particularly close to the locations anymore. That first week of filming, I put over 4,000 miles on my car because it was in the middle of grad school auditions at the same time. So I went and did the most stressful audition of my life at Juilliard, and then immediately drove all the way to Alabama.
Holy shit.
And then I had to drive to Atlanta, and then come back to Alabama, and then finally went home. But
you suffer for your art.
It was worth it.
Yeah, it's looking good, I think.
Troy sent this to me the other day while we were doing another stream to promote Slender for Gender, and I almost immediately leaked it because I was like closing Discord on my stream, and I almost switched it to like the chat view, which had the link and the password.
So I did want to answer one that showed up that basically asking, is this a remake? Is this a full-on same iteration, updated? It is not. It is an entirely new story, goes in a much different direction in a lot of ways, and damn, I'm trying to be very careful about how I phrase stuff.
There are fun surprises in it.
Yeah, I think everybody is going to be super happy with it. To put in perspective, I've always hated the thought of anything that I perform in. I am legitimately excited about this entire project. I think you get a lot of Alex and Jay, some other stuff, and it's all real good.
All the stuff with you in the intro is so good.
We shot a lot of stuff for that intro right here. I didn't use like half of it, and I'm going to include it on some kind of special features because I want everyone to see it.
You need to make it like a 30-minute like lo-fi beats to relax and but it's just like Joseph running on a loop like over and over, like out of frame then back into frame.
Yeah, I don't want to go into any behind the scenes stuff we haven't actually showed yet, but there are some fun things about that.
Yeah, I think the story is a lot tighter. It has one singular narrative throughout it, which I think helps a lot and will make it really enjoyable to watch episode by episode, and then also as one large unit.
I'm very excited to see how it all shakes out.
I'm sorry, Cyberhawk will not be in it, to those asking.
Well, there goes the next question I had lined up.
Scheduling
asshole.
conflict, unfortunately. Just couldn't make it work.
Someone asked where, and Rosswood said, is this the mini-series or something else? Yes, it's the mini-series that we hit because of the Kickstarter.
Marble. And, well, you also neglected to mention what else you hit with that goal, which was the Invader Zim fanfiction. And there was a question asking for an update on that as well.
Yeah, how's that going?
So, remember... Oh, no, I didn't tell you. Hold on one second. No, if anyone has some time later, you should go check out my NeoCities now. As of right now.
Oh, fuck.
Fuck the miniseries trailer. I'm pulling this up.
I did not tell... I said it to Jackie. I said, there's a trigger word. If someone says it, I'll get to share something.
Well, I'm so glad that I could do this for you.
Let me make sure the link works. Hold on.
Yeah, I was gonna say, where is
Hold on a second. It doesn't. Hold on. Wait. Oh God.
I was about to say I don't see anything.
Yeah,
what are you doing?
Wait a minute. I have to
update
the HTML.
He's hacking the mainframe. I thought we only had 2 surprises for this stream, which was the comic and the trailer. But this
it should be working now.
This is something to behold. Let me refresh my tab here.
It's not fucking working for me.
I'm covering.
Do a refresh of it, fool.
I am refreshing.
Clear your cache. Writing. Question mark.
Part 1 of the Promised Invader Zim fanfiction has been written, and it is there. Announcement number 2.
Announcement number 3, folks. This is
3 or 2 of this one, but 3 in total.
Who gives a shit about the miniseries announcement? This is huge.
Q&A is now drunk fanfiction V2.
Yeah, we'll save that for the mega Q&A. Unless
this isn't the original that I wrote when I was a child. By the way, I wrote this recently.
Joseph just crushed that. We can do it right now if you want.
No, it's okay. We can save that for when we have.
No, I said God damn it because it's not the original.
You know what? Did I find it?
I thought you told me you found it.
I did. I'll have to find it again though, because I can't.
It'll be traded.
I will find
circles.
it and I will hide it somewhere.
You heard it here first, chat. It does exist. It's not a red herring. Go find it.
You can do it. We can crowdsource this. Much like we're crowdsourcing the Slender for Gender donation campaign, make sure to hit the donation buttons down below.
A question I saw a couple times here in the chat was just about the miniseries. Where will it be posted?
It'll be on the main Marble Hornets channel. We had some discussion about that, and we were like, why wouldn't we?
Yeah. No argument about it or anything. We're just like, damn. Because we both feel like the Marble Hornets channel itself, that it existing as a complete product or whatever you call it, like that is part of the charm of it. But at the same time, we want people to actually see this. So we kind of talked and was like, is it okay if we post this there forever? And we said, yeah. So
Yeah. It won't be the end of the world.
Yeah,
Because it will be a bigger pain to get people to see it otherwise.
and it's part of
if
the
you
Kickstarter.
hate that, feel free to message me on X, the Everything app, because I don't use it anymore, and I'll ignore you really easily over there. So
If it makes you mad, yeah.
yeah. If you think it's a good idea, I don't use social media. So
If you think it's a good idea, here's my personal phone number.
yeah. No, that's apparently been leaked multiple times somehow. I
Did
don't
you
want
leak it
that to
yourself
happen
one time?
No.
I could have sworn
No,
you did.
the most recent one, I'm pretty sure they used one of those like pay for information websites or whatever.
Yeah.
Because I'm pretty good at finding stuff on the internet. I could not
I could have
find
sworn one time you drunkenly tweeted your
it.
phone
Hell
number.
no, I did not tweet it. Hell no. But
That's so
Could've-
crazy.
Maybe it was
Yeah.
like a Google Voice number or something. I don't know. I distinctly remember you giving your phone number out publicly somehow, or maybe it wasn't like your
no,
like
I
official
have
one or
never
something.
shared my personal number, but I've had at least 2 instances of people finding it and calling me. It was super annoying. They never get to talk to me. Just so you know, save your money. You can pay $60 to find out my phone number, and I'm just gonna block your number. So
I did have
never-
someone leave me a voicemail one time.
yeah,
Like
you
that.
will never speak to me unless it is face to face. Sorry.
And
You will
chat,
never speak to me.
If we hit $7,000, I will be posting Joseph's phone number on screen for all of you to call, and
Do you have my
Troy's.
phone number? I don't
No,
think you have my phone
I
number.
have Troy's.
You liar.
I can get it from Troy, I presume.
Yeah, I'll send it to you. Yeah.
Yeah. He knows his is getting posted. Take you down with him.
Yeah.
Ah, hell.
One question I'm seeing over and over that I'm feeling like you guys will not want to reveal yet, but I just want to say it so people stop asking it. How are Jay and Alex alive in the miniseries? And if this is a no comment, we can just move on. It just
I
keeps
mean,
popping
without
up.
saying it, I just talking to Troy here. I think we can talk about the thesis of like how this happened.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. Basically,
Yeah, it's not a big secret.
Yeah, basically, this is the whole idea. Is this is a what if scenario, kind of. You know,
Yeah, without
it's-
going into too much detail, like yeah.
you know, it's these aren't real people, right? It's just a story. So this is just, you know, an alternate universe where bad things didn't happen when they happened in the original Marble Hornets. There's a lot of stuff in this that's like a love letter to the original, but it is its own distinct storyline. It's not a rehash of anything that happened in the original Marble Hornets. It'll make sense when you see it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You'll see. That's going to be the answer to many questions, I think, in regards to the miniseries. Is you'll see.
I do have a quick non-miniseries one because of the great Buff Brian art that she sent. I figure I have to ask Morgan's question. Troy, what does 5642 mean for the labeled Brian tape? When Jay steals the tape from Alex's apartment, he writes 5642 on it, and it is never elaborated what that means. It's just kind of a like he marked it like this. Was it
What
just
did
like
that mean?
was it just like a number that you thought was like distinct, or did it have?
No, anytime I added a number to something, there was a reason for it. But of course, I never wrote down the reason for it.
Much like the null code, which Lee will let you do your tight 5 on coming up here.
I'm trying to like see what I could possibly have done. Maybe it was just 5642? That's it.
56-42, like a minus or a hyphen.
It's probably like Jay's numbering system or something for all of his tapes. That would be my guess.
Okay, so it's
I was
just
gonna
like
say, I feel
he
like
would've
Jay would
had
have
one.
some sort of
Yeah.
inscrutable numbering system.
you have to. Well, how many tapes?
There might be, because I do still have all of the documents of the like brainstorming like docs that we had, and that was in season 2, right?
Yeah, that's like entry
I'll,
49 or 50.
I'll dive into the brainstorming doc, see if I can see anything about that.
Hell yeah. Let's see if you remember in your buzzball driven haze.
Yeah.
Wherein Rosswood asked, how many episodes will the miniseries be? I think we can say that.
I don't want to say the number.
Okay.
Because I don't want people to. Yeah, I don't want to say a number.
Okay.
It is a
No
single digit number.
Yeah. No numbers. It is the mini side of miniseries, but each episode will be substantial. So
Yeah, they will not be
they're-
like 2 minutes long.
we actually wrote this thing, guys. It's crazy. We didn't. Did we? We had a few things that were improv in it, but it was planned improvisation.
Yeah. Yeah, it was written in the script. We'll have to improv this part.
But yeah. So every episode or entry or what we're calling them episodes, right?
Part is what.
Part. Every part was planned with its specific start and stop point. So do with that what you will.
Yeah. Also, I don't want to say the number because it's not finished being edited yet. So like, that's why I don't want to say anything. Mainly is like maybe we add an extra one with the footage that we have. I don't know. Like that's unlikely, but
We need a 0.5. It's not Marble Hornets till we have a 0.5 that everyone's kind of meh on.
Yeah.
And everyone's just like, eh.
part 20.1.
Yeah.
Give it the
Gum
Kingdom
Street,
Hearts
yes.
treatment.
Troy and I both were heavily involved in the writing process. I kind of came up with an overarching process, and then I was in grad school hell. So Troy wrote all the good stuff, and yeah. So this is distinctly both of us.
And it's good as hell, folks.
With help from multiple other people for once too.
Yeah.
We actually
This
had
got
a
workshop.
small. We had a small crew with us as well most of the time.
Whoa.
Yeah.
This is Alex Crayley could never. He could never have a stable production that actually like happens.
Not to build up the hype too much, but it's probably going to be the best thing that's ever been posted on the internet.
That's kind of what I'm thinking.
We had full scripting. We had rehearsals. We had costumes, like planned,
Makeup.
like outfits that we did. We had makeup. We had script supervisor on set.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whoa.
We brought lighting and like not just flashlights. Stuff. It's
They
crazy.
were mostly flashlights.
They were
but, you
mostly flashlights, but they weren't all flashlights.
There were a couple real ones in there.
Yeah.
That is so exciting. What was it like revisiting the locations after? This isn't a chat question. This is just me asking. What was it like going back? I presume
It was so much fucking easier. Oh my god.
know. Yeah.
Are they like accessible now, or is it like?
I don't
For
want to
legal
give too much
reasons,
away, but
I
there
can't
are
say-
some.
Okay.
I cannot answer that.
Okay.
But it was much less of a headache getting there than it used to be. But also, those buildings have gotten fucked up.
The
over
alleged
last-
buildings that will be. Yeah.
Oh shit. Sorry.
Buildings confirmed.
Yeah.
Yeah, guys, write that down. We know there is a structure of some sort.
Yes.
I wanted to use that to segue into Lee being I guess location scout isn't the right word. What's it called when someone goes to locations afterwards? Because scout doesn't feel right.
A location tourist? I don't
Stalker.
know.
A
Stalker.
location looker? What?
A location visitor. When is the last time you went to like any of the Marble Hornets locations?
Been a minute. Well, actually, I mean, it's been like 7 years or something like that, at the very least.
Real.
But no, actually, I think it might have been more. Hold on, let me think. Yeah, 7 years, something like that.
I love bringing up every year. We haven't gotten to the entry yet, but the distortion hole tapes that they were actually left there by the guys while they were making Marble Hornets. And I distinctly remember on the commentary, I believe you guys were like, yeah, we left them there for anyone to like grab if they wanted them, but there's no way they work. And then Lee.
I remember that. They were just blank, I think, weren't they?
Yeah.
You should have put some like exclusive behind the scenes, like you just sit down and be like, here is everything, every secret in Marble Hornets explained to just you, this viewer.
I'm not the only one who found tapes there. Like, I didn't dig very deep.
Okay.
Well, I just kind of grabbed some and was like,
Because
well,
we
if
weren't
there's
just
any
going
more,
out there
someone else should.
restocking all the time or anything. I mean, there's just one pile in there.
Take a penny.
I remember
penny.
seeing at least one other person found some. I don't know if they found any, like, whole tapes that they could try and play anything off of, but...
Release the whole tapes.
The whole tapes.
Oh?
That'll be the next Kickstarter incentive. Release the whole tapes. But it's never written in text, it's only spoken verbally. So it's like left up to
Is it
left
the
up
whole
to
tapes?
Is the Red Tower still there? Has
Yes.
anybody been? Wow. Like recently?
Yes.
'Cause, like it had a huge section of it missing the last time I went, a few years ago.
Couple months ago, yeah. Because
went-
I was
the Tim plushie, right?
Yeah, I did the Tim plushie there, and I also did
That thing is a fucking death trap.
yeah,
Do not climb that.
don't climb that. Well, it's pretty much impossible to now because
Maybe don't even go inside it.
Yeah.
me and my daughter went inside of it. She was like, "This is
I
weird."
specifically said don't. Just now.
Joseph, I do have a quick question.
What?
I don't know. If Alex and Jessica were to do a beer shotgunning contest, who would win? This is from
I
Cowboy.
think I already proved that.
All right. So it's come to my attention that some of you nerds don't know how to properly shotgun a beer. Now, as you can see, after 19 short years, I am a college alum. So it is my moral duty to pass on my knowledge to future generations. It being the anniversary of Marble Hornets, I feel that this bit of knowledge is appropriate, since this is something I picked up back in Tuscaloosa when we were filming. So, without further ado, here's how you shotgun a beer. Drink it responsibly or don't, I don't care. So first, get your beer. I went with Natural Ice, another throwback to the days in Tuscaloosa. What you're gonna do, find the top of your can, go all the way to the back, point it towards the ground. You now have an air pocket here. You're not gonna look like a dumbass spraying beer all over the place. Second, get something sharp, something you don't care about, like a house key, you know, whatever. And you're gonna just pop a hole in there and dig out your drinking receptacle. So, however large you want to make it. There's gonna be some spillage, but at least you don't look like a fool. So we got our little hole there, and now you're just gonna pop the top and let it run, you know? And that's how you shotgun a beer, you fucking nerds.
Actually, no, I take that back. Alex would lose.
I
Alex would definitely spray that all over himself.
I put that GIF up on the
He would
screen.
act like he really knew.
Yeah. Like, oh yeah, I love pistoling beers.
I put that GIF that Troy made of you on stream, and people were like, "Please remove this." Someone donated money and was like, "I'm giving you money. Please take this down. It's making me ill."
It's bug time.
Special guest Bug.
Oh shit! This is another. Like I said, guys, every year it gets bigger and better. You thought Lee was the only addition this year? Think again. Think again.
I had a question here from Vic. They asked, is Alex a real stoner or just someone who never smoked weed in their entire life and thought that a drug scene would be funny for his movie?
No, he absolutely. If he's the guy that would definitely be sold oregano. he would and be like pissing himself the entire time.
Guys, I'm
Alex
fucking faded.
Alex Crayley has never done drugs in his life.
But if given the opportunity, he would act like he knew what he was doing.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Yeah, guys, I
Be
need
like,
drugs.
Oh yeah, no, I don't really do that anymore. I just was like getting too up there all the time. You know?
Yeah.
Man,
You
you should have seen me like back in the day.
Yeah.
I was always drugged.
You guys are still smoking weed? I used to do heroin.
Yeah, there's like uncomfortable look at him.
Emily has messaged me asking, wasn't the scene with Alex and the bong actually a hookah he was using wrong?
Yes.
There you go.
That is-
Canon.
Yeah.
Tracks.
That is one of the I think the funniest visual gag, and I think it was Joseph's idea too, of when we were shooting that part of Alex Crayley's Marble Hornets. Was that the one that you did, Joseph? Was that the one?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, because we each like made one ourselves, and that was the one Joseph did. And I don't think you had the hookah in your like script originally, but like Brian had it in his house. And you were
Yeah.
like, Alex would definitely use this wrong.
That's I love the scene where Alex, like, the weed is kicking in and he's just kind of like, oh, or no, it's Brian, and he's just like, oh, while the audio clips are playing over and over.
Yeah,
One of my favorite.
I remember
Dear
shooting that
Soldier.
because that was in Brian's apartment at the time. And I remember when you had the shot of him doing that. I think I remember Joseph Ted on like just be as cartoonish as possible.
Yep.
Like
That's
just
what
make
weed
it
does
so
to you.
stilted. Yeah. Yeah, Brian, you have to wake up.
You have to wake up.
Have to
Brian.
wake up. Joseph, I have a question for you from Vix, and he asks,
What?
why did Joseph lose the Justin Bieber hair crying emoji? Thoughts, comments, opinions?
I mean, what do you want from me, man? Like nothing lasts forever.
What is this
alright?
referring
Like,
to?
Just like the scene, like the long hair Alex from early season 1.
Oh,
I was
okay.
21. I didn't have money. I didn't know what good haircuts were. Leave me alone.
I
Fuck
think
off.
season 3, like, Drifter Alex would have a very different vibe if he still had the long hair the whole time. Like when he's like choking Hoodie out in the like Hoodie hut. If he was like blowing his bangs out of the way, he's like, wipe that smile off your face.
Yeah, if he's like, wipe that smile off your face.
Yeah.
That
Like,
would be
flips his hair.
crazy.
I mean, I think it was just a transition period between just being like, no, I like short hair better. Between that and high school, when at its longest, it was almost down to my shoulders.
You had that haircut from like the day I met you
Mm-hmm.
until like halfway through Marble Hornets.
Well, because in 5th grade, I tried to grow a ponytail.
Watch out.
but I got impatient, and it drove me crazy that it was touching the back of my neck. So I just had this little like poof out the back of my head. But I kept it long everywhere else because at that point, the skater hair was
Yeah.
coming in.
Well, that actually leads into this next question here from Lovesick. How does it feel to know people headcanon Alex as a scene kid?
I mean, I was. So
True to life. True to life.
we just played ourselves, man.
Method
More or less, yeah.
acting. Method acting. I did see everyone's favorite question that gets asked every year. I don't know who asked it, and it was probably asked multiple times. Did you guys actually set a house on fire?
Yes.
Yeah.
We should just start saying
That's not a
yeah.
lie. I mean, it literally was on fire for a time.
Yeah. That time just happened to
period
be
of-
about 5 seconds.
A period of time in which the back patio was engulfed in flames.
You know, that could have gone bad.
Yeah,
Yes.
it's kind of like, in retrospect, it's kind of crazy you guys did that for a Slender Man web show.
For a
Well-
house that you were renting.
What I will say is that considering how bad of an idea it was and how little training we had and absolutely no safety oversight whatsoever, we did it about as safely as we could have.
Yeah, I mean, Tim was standing just off camera with a wet towel.
Yeah, it was fine.
I think we had a fire extinguisher there too, didn't we?
No.
I thought I could have.
I'm pretty sure we just had more towels.
Okay.
And
No, we had a very small fire extinguisher because
Oh, okay.
Tim really wanted to use it.
oh, okay.
Like
Like
comically
he was
small.
he wanted any excuse to use that fire extinguisher. Yeah, because I remember.
Well, I feel bad that we denied him that our safety protocols worked too well.
Yeah, but it was also like the fire extinguisher that was given to you by the people who own the house, I think. So I think you were probably like, let's not use it unless we have to, because we'll have to get another one.
Yeah. They'll take that out of your security deposit.
Yeah.
Can you imagine having to explain?
Oh man, we put a hole in the ceiling of that place. They only took out like $100 from our security deposit.
Was
all
it you that
landlords are
did that?
scum. No, it was my ex-wife. Thanks for fucking mentioning that again. Piece of shit.
No problem.
No, we put a hole in the ceiling because she had never like been in an attic, and I was like, I'll take you up there tomorrow. Don't.
Let me show you around the place.
And I was full on gamer mode, so I was like sleeping until noon. And she got curious, so she went up there, and she didn't realize that you had to step only on the boards. So I wake up to this loud sound, go out, and there's just a leg sticking out of the ceiling. Fortunately, we weren't filming in that house anymore. That would have been an interesting continuity thing to shoot around.
Yeah, we just had Tim fall through another floor in another place.
Yeah, but they only took out $100 from the security deposit because they're like, that's how much it costs to plaster over it. It's fine.
Yeah,
and
honestly,
they
that's like
more. They could have replaced the roof.
Yeah, so all landlords are scum, and I don't pity their deaths at all. But those are all right guys.
Was that not the? Oh no, I'm thinking of a different one. I was gonna say, is that the house where like our air conditioner stopped working, and they put a single window unit in one room and was like, okay, there you go.
Yeah, it'll be fine.
Yeah.
And then got mad about it. No, the house that we burned down, also, that's just water in the lighter fluid bottle. Well, we had 3 dogs living in that house at the time, so God, the smell on the carpets.
Yeah, that wasn't.
It was just wet dog in the entire house. Oh.
Was it 3 dogs? Because it was Trudy, Rocket, and what was the other one?
Rue.
Rue. Okay.
Yeah.
You brought your dog.
I think
playing.
Rue was still there. Maybe she wasn't.
Dog.
We had at least 2 dogs.
Yeah.
I'm spamming the "you brought your dog" sound clip.
Yeah.
I found someone. I didn't even have to make this. Someone already made a "you brought your dog" MP3 soundbite. So I have it handily on a hotkey here, so I can play it at any given moment if need be.
I'm just sad that I can't hear it on this side.
Yeah, it sucks.
I can speech jam myself and listen to it.
You guys did that on a podcast episode, right? Where you guys talked to this?
Yeah, I think so.
Because I want to say you also did it in the Brian Cast episode.
There was the speech jammer. Yeah, because I remember we did a speech jammer part in one of the podcasts because it didn't affect Tim.
That's...
It super affects me.
Yeah.
Okay, for the next Q&A, Joseph, not only do I need you to be drunk, I need you to have a speech jammer hooked up the whole time so that you're just like double slurred.
It's deeply unpleasant for me. So, no, I'm not doing that.
Fair enough.
Maybe being
I'll
drunk
do
would
that.
cancel it out.
True.
And then, I mean, we already had me do the vomiting up beer foam. Why not just the rest of it, too?
So, to be fair, I did not ask you to do that. You sent that to me and said, Kyle, put this on the stream.
You forced me to do that. You said, Joseph, if you don't make this video, I'm leaking your phone number.
And I'm doing that anyway. So
I was there. He said that, yeah.
I'm here under duress.
I did message Joseph several days ago and say, buddy, I found both your addresses, and they're both being public if you don't join the call.
You're done, kid.
I had a question from L, I think? Yeah, L. What would be the character's favorite Pokemon?
Joseph knows way more Pokemon than I do.
Resident gamer Joseph DeLage.
Yeah.
The thing is,
they're all Garbodor.
Alex probably wouldn't be into Pokemon. I hate to say it.
It would distract him from being so creative.
I was gonna
all the
say
time.
he'd be a Digimon guy.
He would view it as too childish and be like embarrassed that he was super into it as a kid, to the point where he's just like openly hostile to Pokemon as a product anymore.
That's a kid's game.
Yeah. It's like, yeah, man, you were a kid. What did you like about it? Nothing. I think he'd just be a Pikachu guy, because all I'm thinking is like, okay, he would only really like it when he was a little kid, so I think he would just be like, Pikachu's my favorite thing ever, and he would have plushies and shit like that. He would
I
write
do
fan
have.
fiction.
I think I
He
showed
would write
this.
fan fiction.
I think I showed this last year, but I did get sent this ferret of Jay
Hell yeah.
uh,
Yeah.
by
Oh my
someone
god.
a few years back.
Hell yes.
He's got a little camera and everything.
That's dope as hell.
That's,
Yeah.
That's
so
fantastic.
sad. For a second,
They were just like, Troy, what's your favorite Pokemon? And I was like, ferret. So here we are. I think it's fitting. I think it's very
It
fitting.
is.
yeah, I would say it
You got
fits
his little
Jay.
hat on.
Emily did message me to say Jay would like Klefki because Key, which true.
Is there a flashlight Pokemon?
Not
Sure
yet.
there is.
Give him another
has to
couple
be.
years.
The only Pokemon I know outside of the original 151 are the stupid ones that make me
Like
angry
Ferret.
that they exist.
Ferret's
Like
not
Chandelure,
151,
the keys, the garbage bag.
Garbodor rules. Fuck you.
Is he not the same as like Muck?
It doesn't matter. Those guys are cool. Muck rules too. So does Coughing. I like my gross boys.
Muck is sludge, garbage is garbage.
Yeah.
That's what I'm
Wait,
always
Muck-
saying.
Muck doesn't evolve from Coughing, right? No, Coughing goes to Wheezing.
Muck is
Yeah.
Slimer.
Uh,
Or Grimer.
Grimer.
Yeah, Slimer's Ghostbusters.
Also, Furret is from Gen 2, man. You're a fucking
Is it?
liar. Yes.
Is I didn't know what it was from. I just knew there was a ferret one, and I like those.
You're being sent to gamer jail, Troy. Sorry, buddy.
I did have, when I was a kid, I did have a Japanese version of yellow version before it was released in the States.
Whoa.
So I was a cool guy.
But you're probably just like, I have no idea what the fuck is happening in any of this.
Well, I had played red version so many times that I knew exactly what to do. I couldn't read any of the moves, but I would memorize them like after I used them a few times.
Pure vibe.
And I was like,
based.
and then I was like, check it out, Team Rocket's in this one.
That's.
I don't know what
dope.
they're saying, but
I will say, man, I know most of our fan base wasn't existing when the first movie came out. The hype around going to the first Pokemon movie,
oh yeah.
insane cultural moment.
I was
Did you get the
As a
little
kid, I was
view
like,
card?
this is the coolest fucking thing ever. Yes.
my older
Card?
brother.
Did they give you a card?
Yeah.
Yeah, there was
got
like a
little
promotional-
Mew card.
It's like ancient.
Oh,
Mew.
yeah,
Ancient
yeah.
Mew.
Yeah. It's funny you say that about the fan base because I wasn't alive for that. But my older brother
Jesus.
was. And he had that, the ancient Mew and all of the like gold Burger King Pokemon cards. And he probably still has those
Oh my
somewhere.
god.
I have the gold Jigglypuff card. It's at my mom's house still. I have found it.
Dope.
The pretty Seraphim in chat says Jay probably has a Ghastly, which, yeah. Given
Ghastly was one of my favorite Pokemon at the time because something I drew a lot was a character that looked a lot like Ghastly.
What card was with the first gen then?
Oh, is Joseph arguing about Pokemon now off screen?
But was Mew in it?
It was the second movie they did Ancient.
I never saw.
Ah.
I know, but
He was
there
in the
a
first
Mew
movie,
card
wasn't he?
yeah.
Yeah,
In that.
it was called Pokemon the First Movie, and it was the first movie, and Mew and
I knew it.
Mewtwo
I knew
were-
it had
We're looking
Mew.
this up.
It
Yeah,
has
someone
Mewtwo in it, but I'm pretty sure it had Mew in it too.
Our researchers
did.
are on the case.
bring
I
bring
believe you. I just want to know what it was.
I can tell you, I think the second movie was the one with Lugia, right?
yeah.
And the legendary birds and whatnot.
Pokemon 2000, I think.
Yeah, that's the one.
Didn't Ash straight up die in that movie? That's the first
Yes,
one.
it is.
Yeah.
It was
And the
very
power
sad.
of Pokemon love brought him back.
Yeah.
Absolute cinema.
Pikachu did try to electrocute him to death though before that.
That's right. Okay. So the first movie was not the Ancient Mew. That was the second movie.
Oh.
As confirmed by our research department. The first movie had Mewtwo, Pikachu, Dragonite, and Electabuzz. Did you do a costume change? Okay. She was wearing like a mermaid dress earlier, and now she's in her Garfield overalls. Shauna has all those cards, so we're gonna get them. We're gonna get them on set. You know, we believe in accountability here on the Marble Hornets 16th anniversary live stream.
We're gonna get this sorted out.
Rectify our errors. Man, I love that we chose Garfield as the theme this year. I was ready.
Yeah, I think it's going really well.
On that page, the last one's on the other page.
Oh shit.
So,
Oh.
not this Pikachu. Not the. God damn it, my hands. So we got Mewtwo, Pikachu, Electabuzz right there. Those are from the first movie, and then Dragonite right there. Ancient Mew.
I am not surprised at all that was within reach.
Hell yeah. We also have. Oh, there he is. Oh, we have a sealed Ancient Mew, which sounds more impressive than it is, because there's a shitload of them. There he is. That's the Ancient Mew from the second movie.
Yes.
From the second. That's so interesting. I like gun to my head. I would have said first movie. That's so crazy. Mandela effect.
Yeah.
Is Mew not in the first movie at all?
He is. It is.
No, he is.
Mew too.
Oh. Okay. I was gonna say like I could have sworn that Mew was in the first movie along with Mewtwo.
Yes. But it was just the Mew card was given at the second movie.
Oh, that's what we're talking about. Okay, I thought I was going crazy because I was like,
which is weird because Mew isn't in the second movie.
I have seen a Pokemon movie, and I know that Mew was in that. Man, I sure love talking about Pokemon. Something that I know a lot about.
Let's just do that.
I've got like an embarrassing amount of Pokemon plushies within arm's reach, and
bust them out. Bust them out.
Well, we've got a Vulpix here.
Hell
because
yeah.
Vulpix is my favorite Pokemon. Dope. But I've got
Garfield themed, if you will.
Yeah.
We've got a big old Eevee.
Yeah. Is it Eevee your favorite, Joseph?
I love the Eeveelutions.
Yes.
Vaporeon was my favorite until Sylveon came out. I fucking love Sylveon.
Sylveon rocks.
She is so fucking cute.
Do you like regular Sylveon or shiny Sylveon?
I like them all. I don't know if I've ever seen a shiny Sylveon. Let me look it up.
They're both cool. I have one.
Lasher 100. I also love Gengar.
I like the OG better. Yeah, the one with the pink ears. I like that one better. But they're both super cute.
Trans Eevee.
I'm also a big Spheal fan because he is extremely round.
Friendship.
I love the round Pokemon. So, Spheal, Coughing, Wheezing times 2, double round. Think about
Voltorb?
that. Voltorb, Electrode.
Just do the whole Pokemon rap, but only the round ones.
I like the underused guys, the big dumb ones. I fucking love Magnezone. He's just a big UFO. That's badass. He's cool. I like Garbodor. Okay, is that okay, Troy?
I guess.
Is that fine?
Yeah.
I like Chandelure. It's a fucking lamp. It's cool. Pokemon is good.
Pokemon is good.
I haven't played one in a while.
Pokemon's great. I haven't played it in 10 years.
Yeah, you're just like, I actually don't care about Pokemon that much. I'm actually not a big fan.
I like looking at them. I don't really like playing the games
play
anymore.
X and Y through, or X or Y. I think it was Y I played. That was the last Pokemon game I played was Y, and I would ask Joseph about min-maxing them, and he'd be like, just do the ones you think look cool. And I went, okay.
Yeah.
Hey, thanks for coming, Dirty Goblin Mans. Happy birthday.
Yes, Dirty Goblin Mans. Joseph, can you say...
DGM.
Joseph, can you say happy birthday, Dirty Goblin Mans? They donated earlier.
Oh, in that case, happy birthday, Dirty Goblins Mans. Goblin Mans. Goblins Man.
No, Dad, you're saying it wrong.
Damn it.
That is not my gamer tag. Dirty Goblin Mans. This one I just like. This is from Ben. He asks, if you had to give your Marble Hornets characters a theme song, what would it be? Alex, Evanescence Bring Me to Life.
That's good. Have you watched the rehearsal?
I was going to say like Sully Sullenberger.
Yeah,
pilot.
that one's been in the forefront of my mind recently.
Very good
That's
television. I don't know. I know the Marble Hornets age demographic skews younger these days, but if you're, I guess, like, episode 3 of the rehearsal gets fucking crazy. Season 2, episode 3.
I couldn't even laugh during the big moment. My mouth was just agape. Like, this isn't happening. There's no way this is happening. Oh my god.
So if you're an adult, watch it. If you're a child, wait till you're 18, just for your own sake. Wait for your brain to finish developing, whenever that is.
I haven't seen it, but I will. I'm sorry.
Fucking
Yeah, I don't know
poser.
what we're talking about.
Hey, you know what? I'm busy making
Posers.
the Marble Hornets miniseries. Okay.
See, you should have never learned to edit. Then you could just take my job, which is to be in front of the camera for a little bit and then fuck off and be like, is it ready yet?
You're
Can
the
I see it?
talent. The
Can I
Must be
see
talent.
it?
nice.
Can I see it?
Yeah.
Can I see it?
Would that be Alex's song, or do you think?
I think that is perfectly appropriate. Yeah.
I'm never good at thinking of songs off the top of my head, so I do not know.
Default answer is just Peaches.
No, that's Joseph's theme.
Oh, okay. That's Alex's backup.
Yeah.
If Evanescence
Yeah.
is taken, it's Peaches.
I learned something about Peaches off Wikipedia the other day, and I meant to tell Joseph about it, but he probably already knew it. Then I forgot to say something.
Damn.
What was it?
That out of context is funny because it just sounds like you're talking about the fruit.
I was gonna say.
I learned the craziest thing.
Just
Can I
let's go
submit
read
for
the
a-
Peaches Wikipedia
Yeah. I don't know why
for a
I was on
theme.
the Peaches Wikipedia.
because
There, it
Peaches
was.
What's your submission, Lee?
Oh, for a theme for Jay, I was going to say, "You Give Love a Bad Name" by Bon Jovi, or at least the beginning of it.
I think that's
Final
one
countdown for everyone.
Shot Through the Heart is one that gets played during Entry 80 most years, I would
Yeah.
say, much to the chagrin of every chat member.
It's too bad that the meme with the what you say was a little after Marble Hornets' time,
Yep.
or
Yeah.
else.
Yeah, I'm sure someone's made that edit. If you look
Oh,
on
yeah.
Tumblr, no way they haven't. Have you found your Peaches fact, Troy?
Oh, wait. Yes. When I was in Toronto, I was unknowingly across the street at one point from the place where "Fuck the Pain Away" was originally recorded.
Whoa!
Really cool.
Yeah, it's actually a live. It was a live version of the song that became the official version of that. It was like one of the first times she performed it.
How?
dope
And
as hell.
it was at a venue in Toronto, and I just happened to look up what it was after I had been there without realizing. I was like, oh, I was right across the street from that. I should tell Joseph about that.
Hallowed
That's sick as hell.
ground. That's sacred you're walking on.
Next time I go there, I will take a picture outside of the place or inside of it if I can get in there. Like, here you go, Joseph.
Hell yeah.
I've got a question from Cherry. Where was the operator on 9/11?
That's a good one.
You don't have the clearance for that answer.
Oh.
Interesting. Take away from
Redacted.
that what you will. Yeah, that's.
I can't say anything because then I would disappear.
Can't say
Look,
anything.
we are definitely not saying that the operator is a CIA asset, okay? We are not
would never say
saying
that. Yeah.
Under no circumstances would we say that the operator is a CIA asset and did 9/11. We can't say that.
You're not saying that
guys,
because it would
it's my birthday
spoil the
yesterday. Get a shout out,
miniseries
please.
twist.
No,
No, we're not saying that.
Nope,
We're
we're
not
not
saying
saying that. We're not.
Uh,
We're not saying that. Okay, we're not.
okay. I think chat.
Move on.
Yeah,
Move
are
on.
we all okay? Perfect. Well, thank you all for joining.
I gotta
me.
go. I gotta fucking go.
I
Yeah.
do. Troy, before you, they've closed in on his location. Troy, before they get you, can you say happy birthday to Hybrid Michi or Hybrid Michi or Miki?
Is that a donation?
Yeah, they say love you guys. It was my birthday yesterday. Can I get a shout out, please?
Say the name one more time.
Hybrid Michi, Michi, Michi.
Happy birthday, Hybrid Michi. Thank you for the donation. We love you.
Yay! Oh, sorry, Lee. Since Joseph left, my camera was just covering yours. I was like, wait, where's Lee? Where did
It's fine.
Lee go?
I'm fine with that.
Well, thank you folks both so much. We're about to do another quick, brief bathroom break intermission, followed by a special feature. Yeah, go look at that. Oh, over here. Go look at that.
Do some Brady Bunch stuff.
Exactly. What if we just kept going for another hour without Joseph? Like he left and we just like, all right, guys. People were like freaking out about little Troy earlier during the cover reveal, or the cover concepts reveal. Excuse me. Sorry, guys. Joseph will not be in the mega Q&A. It does seem as if, I won't say who, but a government agency has targeted and located Joseph DeLage III. So the rest of this stream will be in his honor. We will see you guys for the mega Q&A. Troy and Lee.
That'll be after which entry?
72. That to me is the perfect season 3. Like if you had to split season 3 into 2 smaller seasons, I would do it in.
If you had to split it like for some sort of DVD,
yeah,
that would be where you would split it.
Yeah, exactly. That works too. But even before the DVDs, I remember thinking when 73 came out, I was like, this feels like a reset after the craziness of 72. But that is literally where the DVD splits.
Remind me what happens in 72 again?
That's the Tim.
72 is the. Yeah, that one. It's the Tim and Jay go to Alex's old house.
The big standoff.
The big standoff. Yeah,
that one. Okay.
Yeah.
I was gonna say I know 80. I know what that one is.
80, 83, and 86 are the big ones from the very end. But
the doozies.
The doozies, you could say, yeah.
Exactly. Well, on that note, thank you folks both, and may Joseph rest in peace.
We'll carry on in his name.
I will be grabbing a Ouija board. Hopefully we can get something sorted for the mega Q&A. We're going to do intermission bathroom break. But Lee and Troy, thank you. I will see you later. Bye.
See you on the next one.
I don't know why I screamed. Something just compelled me to do that.
Toxic again, yeah.